Welcome to the channel, it's AlmightyDen and I'm back again, and today I have played my first game after patch 2.0. So y'all be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, cut those notifications on so you don't miss a beat, and I'ma get into it, man. That group thinking 2K logic where everybody wanna be on the same page and just agree with each other gotta stop, bro. It's ruining the game. People kept saying they wanted shooting to be buffed. And what did 2K do? They touched shooting. Shooting did not need to be touched in this game, bro. You had plenty of resources to get better at shooting. You had badges. You had takeovers. You had shooting boosts. You have lethal zones. You have cap breakers. You have attributes. If you want to raise your three-pointer to a 99, you could put it at 99. But they did not need to buff shooting. And because of that, now they're going to be hitting a lot more light pressure shots in y'all's faces. On top of that, another unnecessary update that I'm going to show y'all is they've made it easier to get takeover. I don't know why they thought that was a great idea. Now keep in mind, when you get takeover, your attributes raise when you in the game, and then once you actually get to the last level and you unlock your takeover ability, you get an overpowered ability to use in the game. So now it's going to be players on the court running around with all these different takeovers, and the most overpowered one is going to be the deep bomber one from three-pointer, because you can shoot from like almost half court with that. So y'all gotta be careful what y'all ask for, man. Cause 2K gonna come and they gonna make y'all pay for that, bro. Not to mention, they packed up my Jordan Clarkson hop step, hop jumper, speed boost. So that's gone. We have that no more. Now I will give the positives as well. Let's get into the video. A couple of positives. The lane steals are not as effective, but the downside to that is this. They nerfed it too much to the point where you're not even getting steals that you should be getting during the game, in my opinion. On top of that, right, now when you combine not getting a lane steal with the shooting buff and them hitting more light pressure threes in your face, it's a disaster of a game. It's gonna make the game a little bit more arcadish. That's all I'm saying. I don't really prefer it to be that arcadish. To that extent, I think I enjoy the game more when players are missing because they can't time their shot. Don't bail them out because they don't have the attributes or they can't time their shot. And I didn't even mention the rhythm stick. A lot of y'all still not using the rhythm stick, and so y'all not even getting the full advantage of the game and the shooting mechanics of the game. Now, another thing I've noticed in the game as well, since I am a rhythm shooter and I am a meter dunker, is that catch and shooting is a bit quicker now. So the timing for your catch and shoot is not, it's like there's almost no load up for real. It's almost like an instant flick on the stick to trigger it. So that has changed. And for whatever reason, the dunk meter is not working properly at times. When I try to trigger it, I don't dunk the ball. That's happened to me. I don't know if that's happening to y'all, but this has been my experience so far. But I got gameplay. I'm going to show y'all some things. Y'all just stay along. Now, as you can see here, I don't really have a problem shooting off of the screen. That feels pretty much the same for me, shooting off the dribble. But the catch and shoots I did notice was a bit more sped up. I noticed they patched the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper speed boost, but the dribbling does feel a bit more fluid. I will give them some credit for that. I am able to maneuver around these players and get to the basket, so that's a good thing. I haven't got ripped that much this game. This is my first game, so I'm not in the pro-am. When I get in the pro-am, we'll really see how stuff is going active, but I can already tell that if it's easier for players to play in here, when you get into that pro-am scene or you may play more comp, they're going to be going absolutely crazy. Because I can tell you in there, players were not having a tough time shooting when I was playing pro-am. They were cashing pretty much everything when they were wide open, or most shots, you know. If anything, they could have adjusted the fact that not necessarily a boost with shooting, but, you know, some of the randomness after you make 3 or 4 or 5 shots in a row. Because, you know, after you make a certain amount of shots, eventually the algorithm makes you miss. Now that's something they could have adjusted without necessarily boosting or giving a buff to shooting, but that's what they done, so that's what we have. But you see, I have another 3. I have 17 points, 3 assists. This is my first game after the patch, and you're going to see how quickly everybody starts to get takeover in this game. Look at my center, look at their center. They both have takeover already. They haven't done a lot more than they normally did in season 1, for the beginning of season 1, but now they're getting takeover a lot faster. How many times have you seen both centers get takeover this quickly? The game is about to become takeover based, and that's one thing I don't like about 2K. Because if you play 2K24, bro, when people got takeover, they start playing out of their mind, they start playing out of their body, and it became a game that whoever had takeover the longest, whoever had takeover the most, would just go on these crazy runs. And in 2K25, is a huge game of runs. This game, the algorithm struggles to keep the game close at times. It works hard. It works hard to keep the game close and keep the game competitive, to keep users playing the game. If you haven't noticed, it's a very smart feature. I always told y'all that comeback hit is an underlying feature in the game. If you make a turnover, if you turn the ball over, the other team's going to have a higher chance of scoring. For whatever reason, it's certain things I've noticed by playing hundreds of games. The algorithm tends to favor the team that's losing after your team went on a run, and it favors capitalizing off of mistakes. So let's say we make a mistake, your other team making mistakes. If you make that mistake, they're going to reward the other team for that mistake. That's just how it goes so far in this game. That's something that I have noticed. But so far, even though they have improved some things, I think overall, I think they fixed things they didn't need to. I think this is not a good look. It's not a good look in my opinion. Like I said, I tend to lean the opposite way of the community on a lot of these topics because, okay, they definitely did a good thing with nerfing the lane steals, but you don't nerf them into the dirt to where you can't get a steal, an interception with the interceptor on goal, Hall of Fame with high steal. You just nerf the glitchy animations that we get, and that's what we're complaining about. That's what I had a problem with when I would throw the ball right in front of me and somebody just jump up and snag the pass as if they're like LeBron James or NFL wide receiver or DB, or if they have that back turn to the ball and you do a 360 catch and still interception. That's what needs to be patched. But it seems as if they've nerfed the steals, the interceptions into the ground. I mean, look at that one. Maybe they didn't go for the steal there. They probably could have got that if they went for it. But I'm just saying, it is my first game, so this is a very, very small sample size. But this is some things that I've noticed thus far. But even with my team, I feel like we weren't getting as many interceptions as we've been getting prior to this update and this patch. But I doubt it's just me because I play this game enough to know some very key differences in the game. Now, I told y'all the light pressure shots be going crazy. So y'all got to be careful. Y'all got to definitely not be late to the contest. I get to the basket, I get an easy dunk there. I feel like I am able to slide around my opponent a little bit easier. Now, that's probably because I'm in the rec and I'm used to going again. And that could be attributed to the fact that I'm in the rec. I'm not going against those 99, 95 perimeter lockdown players with 99 steal all the time in the Pro-Am. But I do like how I am dribbling. I will say that. It's definitely a nice improvement. So I will give credit where credit is due. But, at the end of the day, man, y'all got to be careful what y'all asking for in this community, bro. Now, me personally, I think there are certain things that definitely need to be touched that was not addressed. More specifically, the steals you get after you secure a rebound or you get a steal. Like, if my center gets a rebound, he should not be getting ripped instantly. If we get a steal, we should not turn the ball over instantly off of a reach animation. Like, I personally feel like those are some things that should be addressed. Those are some things that should be fixed. But now, for whatever reason, I feel like some of the things that need to be addressed are the inbound passing, because in all honesty, the other team seems to be able to just harass us on the inbound, and the delay in throwing the ball inbounds at times is terrible. So I know sometimes my center may pass the ball and I'm moving down the court, and that will force a lane interception because of the delay of the pass. Now, if you watch right here, the center is able to just kind of maneuver and run around and pretty much just stand in front of him to steal the pass, which that's not very real. That's not really realistic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, that can happen, but I should be able to run faster around the court to get open, but he can almost mirror me. So you almost need to have like two people down there so you can secure the ball sometimes. But as you can see there, I can dribble smoothly to get into the lane for an easy dunk, but they're not in the zone or anything. It doesn't appear, so it's easy for me to do that. When I get in the zone, that's probably going to be locked up. As you can see, I almost got takeover. Now look at their point guard. Their point guard has takeover, bro. The deep bomber takeover. This is the takeover that I told y'all is going to be OP. It's going to pretty much break the game. It's going to change the dynamic of playing basketball in NBA 2K, bro. Once you have to guard out near half court, 3 feet off the three-point line, bro, it opens up the court so much, and it's so overpowered. And the fact that you can get that without actually dominating the game is a major fault on 2K, bro. Takeover is supposed to be something you're supposed to earn, bro. Takeover is not meant to be something that is just given just because, hey, it should be easier to get because y'all not getting it enough. If you was not getting it enough, you wasn't earning it. That's what made it feel good when you got it. Now the fact that I get this thing 2 or 3 times in the first game after the patch, this is not a good sign, bro. This is not a good sign at all, because there are so many takeovers in this game that are going to affect how this game is being played and raise your attributes so much higher than they have to be, bro. My takeover already gives me 99 399 dunk. And you got other players with these abilities to shoot from almost past the hash, from almost half court comfortably. I mean, look at this. That's a terrible shot. That's a terrible shot. But this is the arcade we're going to be exposed to. Now, you combine that with players hitting light pressure shots. It seems as if they did say they buffed the contest system. And I do feel like I am getting better contests from my players. But at the same time, they are seen to be rewarding light pressure shots after this patch a lot more. I've seen a lot of light pressure shots go in this game, and y'all will see some at some key moments as well. So these are some things that I've been noticing after my first playthrough after the patch. Now I'm gonna tell you the problem with the first patch, bro. The thing with the first patch is this: when they first tune something to try to fix it, it's almost like they overcorrect it. So after they overcorrect, they have to go back and balance it. Now, me personally, I definitely hope they come back and balance the takeover, because I don't think players should just be getting it for mediocre performances. That's my humble opinion. You know, takeover is too powerful in this game. I mean, you don't need to get the ability to benefit from it. Your attributes rise as you keep getting these different levels, and that's what I liked about it the most. But you make it easier for these players to get abilities, it's gonna make the game like NBA Street 2K25. Me personally, as you see there, we didn't get that still. The lanes is nerfed, no crazy animation right there. We go, I get a ball, light pressure, we hit that. My boy hit that, you know what I'm saying? It's my team, so I'm happy to see that. But at the same time, bro, that's gonna happen against you a lot as well, bro. I know a lot of times it's tough to get a tight contest. I don't know what it takes at times to get a tight contest on this game, because they still don't give those out enough, in my opinion. Because if I'm right up in somebody's face, it doesn't matter if I'm 6'2" and they're 6'4" or 6'5", and they're not like 7 feet tall. You shouldn't be getting light pressure. That's a lock right there. That's a lock. Light pressure, jump in his face, it's broken, bro. The shooting is broken. They said they buff open shooting. They didn't need to touch that at all, bro. They need to just kind of keep the game as close as it was in Season 1. It was pretty good, in my opinion. They just need to primarily fix some of the post cheese and some of the lane steals, but they went overboard trying to make the game more heavy offensively. So this is going to be an offensive heavy game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to be. That's what we're going to be expecting. That's what it always is in 2K. But see, I personally just don't like when 2K bails out players with takeovers and overpowered offensive abilities, especially if you've been playing great defense on somebody. Because in my opinion, I've already experienced it with my teammates. They've been playing great defense. Somehow the opponent gets takeover, and all of a sudden they start cooking up. That is exactly what was happening in 2K24 last year, where you could play good on somebody, they hit a few shots, they get their takeover, and then they start cooking up for the rest of the game because the takeover is so overpowered in the game. And then there's nothing to counter the takeovers in the game. But I mean, you might have takeover for your defense, for your shot contest or whatever. I mean, that's kind of a counter, but there's nothing that's going to stop you from slowing them down from getting it, other than trying to play good defense and trying to penalize their takeover by making your opponent make mistakes and take bad shots. But now it's so easy to get, in my opinion, that you can get it in nothing. But you can see there, we missed an open three. Of course, that happens for us. About 10 seconds left, our opponent hits another shot, so they're up a point. First game back after the patch, they already up, but we down a point with 10 seconds left. We missed 2 open threes. The AI missed one for us, so the AI does owe us one. So based off of the algorithm alone, he should definitely cash his open one, and he does. Now all we have to do here to close out the game is get a stop. Now mind you, it's very tough to get tight contest on this game unless you're a much taller build, closing out on a smaller build or getting a block. But as you see, watch me here. I jump. This is a full jump. Light pressure shot right there. But anyways, man, that's my very first game after the patch. That's what I think. I personally think the patch made the game really, really arcade-ish. I'm not too much of a fan of it. I'm not hating on the game or nothing, but that's just my humble opinion, man. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Until next time, Densky out.